Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California, for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the bantamweight division between these two great warriors. Montgomery's on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just grinning. Little get to know you here in the opening rounds. For 10. Throughout your training career, what did you consistently feel more comfortable with? Training the shorter guy against the taller guy, or the taller guy against the shorter guy?
Well, you can't teach tall. You know what? That's there or not. I love to have those kind of advantages physically. You just have to make sure that you teach them to fight tall.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Fires right back at him. Blocks that punch. Good defensive skill. Reaching the halfway mark of this round.
Side to side.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Judah. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Keeping his hands up, getting away of his opponent's effort. Now his opponent got away from that uppercut.
Hit it out, hit it out.
You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fight, but they're really working at it day in and day out just to make weight. What's so tough about making weight in boxing?
Well, it can weigh you down. I mean, it takes discipline. And all of a sudden, it allows you a trail of excuses, because now you can start to say, well, gee, you know, I didn't do this. You know, it's the drudgery of it, and it's the consistency of it. When you have to stay at a weight and you have to watch that weight, you have to balance it where you're also going to be able to have a physicality when you get in the ring. You don't want to be weak, so you want to get that right balance where you're disciplined, you get the weight down, but you don't lose that physical edge.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Okay, listen. I need you to throw 3 punches. Combination.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Great movement to get away from those punches. Montgomery's actually making a smart move here. He knows he needs some space, so he's pushing his man away. Blocks the headshot. parries that punch away. 90 seconds to go here in this round. And a smart counterpunch by Montgomery. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Last 10 seconds. Montgomery's corner has to feel good about what they just saw. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he was able to land more punches than his opponent. And Teddy, I mean, there are a lot of facets as to how you score a round. But at the end of the day, most people are going to go with the guy who landed more punches in a clean, effective way.
Yeah, exactly. Especially. The other guy is not throwing enough. And right now, that's what's going on.
Oh, and he comes back with an uppercut there after getting hit. Nice block by Bad Intentions. But gives one. Good work by Judah. Halfway through this round here. Blocks the headshot. Not getting it done with that straight right hand. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Montgomery. Blocks that punch. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving. But if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head.
Keep moving.
Nice strike after catching one by Judah. Eddie, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Move your feet.
That was a miss by Montgomery. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Judah. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Halfway through this round. good defensive skill. Wow. Oh! He falls victim to that big hook.
Keep the head moving.
Way to block there. Final 10 seconds. Montgomery's looking really good after that round. Teddy, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a close fight, but I believe it's a fight that he's winning.
Yeah, it's the kind of fight, though, that you can't afford to let up at all, or do what you just said. Think that you're winning. He can't really think that way. He's got to think that he's got to take one round at a time. The rest of the rounds, he's got to win each one of them.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Montgomery's staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. Montgomery's dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through, and some of them are watching them. They're getting through, and you just touched on it. I mean, you cover up, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm camping out, I'm not throwing back. So instead of throwing one or two at you, he's throwing combinations of 3, 4, 5. You got a problem.
Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Judah's treating the word slip like it truly is a 4-letter word.
Yeah, he is. He's slipping all right. He's slipping over the other guy's left hooks. He needs to start actually slipping by moving his head side to side.
Able to counter that attack.
Up and down, side to side.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is.
Keep your hands up.
That was not well targeted by Montgomery.
They're taking too many punches. Hands up.
Blocks that punch.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Does it surprise you that he's not going to the body as much as he could be?
Well, what surprises me is that he doesn't have the intuitiveness, just the instinct to understand, to recognize the situation. That's part of the ability of a good fighter, to recognize what he should be doing in a certain situation. He's not seeing that. He should be going downstairs.
Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Montgomery's doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Montgomery's got a real acquired skill here, and that is the ability to pick your shots and land them.
So you hear the saying when people say, you know what time it is. You have to know what time it is. He knows what time it is. He knows when to throw a certain punch.
Solid counterpunch by Montgomery. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Oh, what an exchange! Montgomery's doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punches together. This is what you're supposed to look like as an offensive fighter.
Yes, it is, especially when you have a guy in front of you putting the earmuffs on. You know, you cover up the way that his opponent is. You're supposed to put them together. One or two are going to be blocked, but when you put them together like that, they're going to get through.
Lands the counter. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Judah. Montgomery's in complete control. Teddy, way ahead on the scorecards every which way, isn't he?
Yeah, every which way, and especially the most important way, I think, is that the fight is in his kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants, not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Montgomery's in position right now to really bring home a good victory. He's up on the punch stats. He's up on your scorecard. This is his fight.
Yeah, we just hope that the judges, and you never know that. That's one thing that sometimes can really disappoint you in this business. You hope the judges see it that way, because I can't see it any other way.
Headshot blocked. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle. It continues on as we've reached the 1 minute mark to go. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Blocks away that headshot. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Targeted counterpunch by Montgomery. Montgomery's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your score.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight, everything he likes.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Showing you some defense there with the block. He scored well after being hit himself. Oh, good exchange there. Oh, and there you go. Judas down. Will he be out?
One, two, three, four.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid this opponent like the Black Plague.
He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now.
Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. That is it. This fight is over. Montgomery's gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. Montgomery's your winner by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside.